Oh no, not another passport war. Just when you thought it was safe to travel the globe, here comes the anti passport brigade with their iron sharpened, their scopes, and their missiles aiming towards the passport community, on YouTube at least. Because anywhere else, no one is really checking for people that travel like that. But it seems that when black people, particularly black men, decide to travel, there are problems. But, I'm going to be neutral and partial for a minute because, I checked out both sides of the argument. And, like I said, there are pluses and minuses on both sides. You have one side that's toxic and another side that's more toxic. It's no different than, conservatives versus liberals and all that other stuff. There's fault to go on both sides of those issues as well. But we're going to keep it on passport bros versus anti-passport bros. And the person that seems to be the biggest antagonist thus far of the anti-passport brother movement is a newcomer to this space called Rami Peso. And he made quite a name for himself roasting Kevin Samuels and some other notables in Black Manosphere space. And now that he's been doing live streams recently, he made it a point to resume his attacks against the Passport Brothers. I listened to some of his live streams. There are some points to be made there, but for the most part, it's kind of a semi-echo chamber. And to Rami Peso's credit, he did invite all the notables of the Passport Bros to come on his live stream. But so far, most of the top ones haven't really accepted his invitation. Now, I've seen Dennis LaPierre there. I've seen Hardcore Tito there. I've seen a guy I recently just got familiar with called No Excuses Entertainment there. But where is Black Male Travels? Where is One Master Teacher? Where is Yes Jonas? Where are these guys? It seems like, and I have no problem with those guys, by the way, but it seems like some of them cats are content with making subliminals at a Rami Peso than going directly at him. And, I have to give props to a newcomer to this called Austin Holloman. As unpolished and unprepped as he was, at least he didn't back down for Rami Peso. Yeah, he could have admitted that he was still learning Portuguese, but the important thing is he didn't back down from him. He just kept it moving. Now, whether Austin Holloman loses credibility or his subs or momentum or whatnot because of the exchange he had with Rami Peso is a whole other story. Me personally, I don't think he's going to lose anything because in this space, particularly the black side of YouTube, credibility and integrity doesn't matter for much. So I think people are still going to ride with Austin Holloman no matter what. But yeah, another passport war. I didn't see this coming. I thought all the passport, conflicts and everything were done. And my only criticism with that sector is they choose to be out in the open with the debauchery and the promotion of tricking. Some of them are, and there's some that don't do that, but there are others there that are like, yeah, I do this, I do tricking, I do go off and I'm like, Bruh, the game is to be sold, not told. And they don't realize by doing this and carrying themselves on like that, they make a, and we're gonna get off of Ramen Peso for a minute. They make like a Super Slide 75 right. But none of them care. None of them care how they make the totality of all black people, particularly black men that travel, look at the end of the day. I mean, there's some Facebook groups out there that are devoted to certain things, and I've seen and everything and observed, and I'm like, come on, bro. I mean, I have no problems with cats going overseas, you know, whether it's the intent to look for a wife or whatever, or look for a good time. That's cool. My thing is the way you go about doing it. And I mean, I understand that some of y'all want other younger brothers to, you know, join you in the experience and to be free and get away from these Matrix women, but y'all need a better approach to this, man. Y'all, I mean, because the approach you guys are doing is just toxic. It is just divisive. And I mean, you don't. And I'm not saying you have to like black women or be with black women or build the black community, because apparently some of y'all ain't on that tip anyway. And for those of you brothers that are trying to shame or attack dudes that not on that, it's just a waste of time. Some people are just gonna be dead weight, and my thing is, dead weight is just best cast off into the water. So why weigh down something by why try to get dead weight onto a boat that's gonna pretty much just sink your ship anyway? Let it go. That's the way I feel about this. And if brothers want to, you know, go overseas and be with either Asian women or Latinas or East European women, let them be with them. I have no problems or issues with that, and neither should y'all. But like I said, you know, there's toxicity on both sides of this argument and everything. And this isn't going to be my only video on this. I'm going to be making some other commentaries about this, so stick around and stay tuned. And tell me, audience, what are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the chat box. Let me come back with a PS on that ass, like Mad Bus Driver X would say. So there's been some recent developments in the passport war, particularly with BMT Travels, aka Aaron Ferris, and Peso Man. So apparently, BMT Travels on his community tab doxed Peso Man's real identity. His address and his face are on display on the community tab. I think since then he blurred out the address, but when I looked at the community tab, I didn't really see his address. But he revealed his arrest record, I think his address in Texas, and he was working on getting his address in Uganda. So this is just conjecture on my part, but he's probably reaching out to O'Shea to help him out with that. And not too long ago, he dropped another dox bomb on the Peso Man and saying, you know, I'm going to sue you and all that other stuff, 36 videos, $10,000 worth, and all that other stuff. So we'll see what happens with that.